In the Gospel of Mark, chapter 4, verses 35 and following, we have the account of Jesus. He had been performing all sorts of miracles. He had healed the leper and the centurion's servant. He had healed Peter's mother-in-law. And then he said, let's go across the sea to the other side. And they got into the boat, and Jesus went asleep in this boat. And as they were sailing, a storm broke out on the sea, and it was a fierce storm. You have to remember that some of the apostles were professional fishermen, and they themselves became concerned. When professional fishermen become concerned that they're going to sink, you've got trouble. Jesus was with them. He had said, let's go to the other side, but now he was asleep, and they came and they woke him up. And Jesus stood up on the boat, and he said, hush, be still. And the wind and the waves stopped. And then he turned and he looked at his disciples and he said, why are you fearful? Have you no faith? And then they said to one another, who is this man that speaks and even the wind and the waves obey him? You know what? Jesus had said, we're going to the other side. And no matter what, they were going to get to the other side of that sea. And even though there were wind and there were waves and there were circumstances that were contrary, Jesus was with them, but he was asleep. It seemed that he wasn't aware. Sometimes in your life and in my life, I know this is true for me, I sometimes think, Lord, where are you? But I want to encourage you, have faith, because at the right time, Jesus will stand up and say to the circumstances, hush, be still. So let's press on, believing in the faithfulness of our God.